Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. Day of this recording and posting is July 3rd, 2025. I hope things are going well in your neck of the woods as you gear up for July 4th. I am doing a gift request. David Bauer made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So, David, thank you for the gift and for the request. It's a new artist to the channel, Tim Culpepper. The song is Pouring Whiskey on Pain. Jeez, kind of says it all. But David said this in the email request to me. He said, traditional country music is still alive. They just won't play it on air. And exactly, and that's what I'm doing here on the channel, where I do traditional country music reactions, non-pop country music. Let's put it that way. Pop is what gets on air, not exclusively. I mean, there's George Strait, Alan Jackson, Merle Hank, they'll get on there on occasion, but really, if you turn on country radio today, it's going to be sort of like countrified rock. I want to say bro country. It's kind of like a halfway house to traditional country because some of the storylines are in there, but it's really a lot of repetitive stuff. And it can be fun to pop along to mindlessly as you're going down the road. And a lot of people love it. It's why it's so popular. But my belief is on a psychosocial basis that people are going to start to morph more toward traditional country because the storylines, once people start to hear those storylines, it's very difficult to get back into my rusted bumper songs, it just is. So once people sort of tire of the pop country, but enjoy a lot of the country elements, they're going to start migrating toward traditional. And so that is my belief. So we're keeping traditional country alive here. That includes bluegrass, western, folk, Cajun, red dirt, and stuff with, that has some teeth in it. So Tim Culpepper's Pouring Whiskey on Pain. We're going to find out what this one is about. And just for the record, I got into traditional country via Nashville country. So it absolutely serves a purpose for those who were rockers like I was. I liked rock. I went from rock into country. That's the name of the channel. And I also I'm rocking the country now. But folks get exposed to more of the country elements that they might have despised prior to getting into Nashville country. And then in pop radio country. And then morphing more into what we're into now. So I'm like, hey, it serves its purpose, but I'm convinced traditional is going to be making a much bigger comeback, hold a much greater place, even on radio, than it does now. So let's hope that if Tim is more a neo-traditional country artist, that he enjoys success in that realm. I recognize that.
I got a box set of Hag, a 3-finger glass, and a bottle of dark 90 proof to help chase away misery by drowning her memories. But still I can't outdrink the truth, 'cause when I reach the middle of that old black label, she'll vanish without any trace.
I like the tempo.
I hear the answer to problems are found in the bottle, just a few swallows away.
That's what you think.
I'm pouring whiskey on pain, temporarily insane. It's just a matter of time before she's back on my mind, 'cause I know I'm to blame for the trouble I'm in. I'm drinking doubles again, and it's the same old routine, disguising sorrow and shame, pouring whiskey on pain. I had a woman that loved me till I fell for cheap perfume and green eyes.
Oh, dude.
She had no forgiveness in my moment of weakness.
Yeah.
A stranger and dim neon lights.
The chick you cheated with had no care for you either. Just that moment, but she didn't care about your relationship. And then the woman you were with, I understand it. Somebody cheated on me, it'd be over just like that. That'd be it. I don't even know if it would hurt to leave. It probably would. But it wouldn't be a hard decision to make, I can tell you that. But even in my life coaching, when somebody says they got cheated on and they're thinking of getting divorced or what have you, I say, I get it. Let's look at what's coming down the pike for you, which is what I do in my line of life coaching work. But because there are going to be some hardships, even though it's justified and you could live with it, there's still going to be pain coming down the pike when you do that. But in this one, I like that he acknowledged that he screwed up. One thing I do like about country music is that so often it isn't about saying the other person just won't forgive me and they're weak because they're weak in the forgiveness area. It's like, I effed up and put both of us in this position.
Across the bar in the mirror, the truth is much clearer, but I won't face this stare all night long. I'll be lost in the liquor, and for a while I'll forget her. I'll get so right, I can't feel what's wrong. I'm pouring whiskey on pain, temporarily insane.
And I'm blamed.
It's just a matter of time before she's back on my mind. 'Cause I know I'm to blame for the trouble I'm in. I'm drinking doubles again, and it's the same old routine, disguising sorrow and shame, pouring whiskey on pain. And it's the same old routine, disguising sorrow and shame, pouring whiskey on pain.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. And he's actually pouring whiskey on blame. Because he's blaming himself. And that's the painful part of it. He's missing her. That's a part of it. And that's a big part of it. But when you can only point the finger back at yourself, yeah, he's disguising, what did he say, something and shame with, whiskey, pouring whiskey on pain. And yeah, I mean, I love it. I love the honesty. It's me, oh Lord, right here. And that's one of the things where we have built-in defense mechanisms because we're wired for pain avoidance. Human beings are wired for pain avoidance. Irrationally so, more than joy attainment, if you will. And economists and social psychologists and behavioral economists have come up with, like Kahneman and Tversky and others have come up with unbelievable studies that have borne this out, that people will go to far greater lengths to avoid pain than they will to attain either joy or in financial realm for gain. They'll avoid loss to far greater extent at the risk, so to speak, of losing the opportunity for large gain. Even when it makes complete mathematical sense to do a given thing, people are wired to avoid pain. And so in relationships, we have defense mechanisms. In our assessment of ourselves, we have defense mechanisms. We want to hold ourselves up to be at least marginal scions of virtue. I'm a good guy type of thing. I'm a good girl type of thing. And then you screw up. And then you want to look for the reasons. We call it rationalizing. And part of the rationalization process is to avoid the pain of looking at yourself and blaming yourself. The simple, it's me. I got no one else to blame, as Chris Stapleton so elegantly and eloquently sang and powerfully. That's this. One thing I love about what I hear in a lot of country songs is nobody else to blame but me. And yeah, even Johnny Cash sang, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. All right, that's one admission. But another part of that song is, I know I can't be free. He's not saying let me out, man. Like I don't deserve to be in here this long. It's like an acknowledgement. And this, it's just a fairly consistent theme in country to acknowledge your own flaws. And we all have flaws. How they manifest, some are similar, some are different. But all right, I like his voice. I like the tempo. I'm pretty sure it was a mandolin in there. That was a very nice accent in this song. And I don't know where Tim is in his career. I don't know where he's out of. Country musicians, they could be Minnesota to Oklahoma to Texas to Rhode Island, California. I mean, all over the country, as we know. But David, really good find, good request. I wonder what else Tim has. Sometimes I get curious. I'm not always curious about what other artists have. But this one, I'm curious because there's a lot of potential in this. I mean, it was a fairly dynamic song. Lyrically, I would have done a few things differently. That's not to say it's bad. We all have ideas. And in my assessments of songs and such, and I work with words a lot because I write books. I've written quite a number of books and I write song lyrics and all that stuff. But there are certain things where I'm like, oh, I thought he was going to go in this direction. At one point, I was hoping he would switch it up, at least in one line, to where I'm pouring whiskey on blame, because it's just hard to stare yourself in the mirror. It just is when it's your own fault. You're like, God, I can't even look at myself. And he acknowledged that as much in the mirror in the bar. He sort of made that connection too. So I'm going to rate this song. Oh, crap. This is only like the fifth or sixth time this has happened in the 4,000 or 5,000 reactions I've done to where a number it popped into my head that wasn't like 9.2 or 8.8. It was a splitsky. It's an 8.95. Ay, ay, ay. And then I have to decide if I'm going up or down with them. Because if I go to the 8.9, Jeff Cather, Montauk Gett are going to have my head. And then if I go up to a 9, it isn't the 8.8, which is fine. All right. The number I was an 8.95. It's an 8.9. It's so close. The instrumentation was so good in this, though, and I love the fact that he was honest with it. Yeah. I'm still. Ay, ay, ay. I got to go with the 8.9 because that is when I realized I had the 8.95, the next number it said it's an 8.9. So it's a very, very good song. Almost a 9, David, but good find on Tim. So there you go. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Enjoy the truth, even if it makes you miserable at first. You'll get through it and you'll be better for it. I'll see you in another video. Have a great day and keep rocking the country.